Hey, and welcome back. So, I said I wouldn't do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. So fuck it, let's do this. There's been this meme online which called outbid.lol, and it's received an insane amount of attraction. So if we go here, outbid.lol, you'll see here, you have this leaderboard where you can buy your way to the top. And everybody's making copies of it, and I've said I will not do that. But I changed my mind. So I think we're going to make a copy of this website. Just for the fun of it. But we're going to change the angle. So the angle is going to be that you train your way to the top. And so the reason why I think that could be fun to do is I just received this Whoop bracelet yesterday. And I ended up in a group that's actually called outlift.lol. And that made me think I should buy outlift.lol and then just, build out the website, make a public leaderboard. You do marketing while you lift weights. That's pretty much the value proposition here. So I think we're going to do that. We're going to test out our own system for this and just see how well we can get this to actually work. Let's see. So, what I need to do here is... Oh, hey Tech with More, how are you doing? Let's see, let me just get into Discord. Where the bloody hell did I put Discord? Discord is gone from my screen. It's right here. Put it over here where it's supposed to be. I'm good, thanks. Okay, so let's get into this. Get into this. We need to get started here, so let's bring up the agent and just ask it to create a ticket for this. Hey there, I need you to create a new ticket. So we need a ticket for building out outlift.lol. Could you do that? So it's a leaderboard that is going to be made such that you can connect your Whoop device and with that come onto the leaderboard. So let's wait with doing a call because we really need to log in here and get this done. I would love to have a call, but not right now. Right now we need to get this done.
Low ticket. Then create one for a Whoop connected L, E a D, E R B, O a R D. If there isn't a duplicate, there's no existing ticket. So I'll create a scoped product ticket for lift.lo with Whoop account connection, an L E a D, E R B, O a R D participation. Created 375. Build lift.lo as a Whoop. Connected fitness L E a D E R B O a R D. It covers Whoop O A U T H. Secure metric syncing. Opt in rankings, privacy and deletion.
Hey Mem, how are you doing?
Rules, abuse prevention, delivery phases, and launch acceptance criteria.
So I did not stop building. We're taking a a short break from building that. So I don't know if you've seen it. There is this meme online where, so this guy put out outbid.lol, and it's a leaderboard which has got an insane amount of traction. So this guy basically managed to earn 200k in less than a week, which is insane. He's done a really great job, right? And I had sworn that I wouldn't do this. I had sworn that I wouldn't make a copy of the website. But yesterday I received, let me just find the package. So yesterday I received this bracelet, which is a fitness tracker. So let's see. There's no, yeah, looks like this. And so the idea would be to basically do exactly what he's doing here, but then make a copy where you get to the leaderboard by simply lifting the most weight. So they already have a community for doing this. So I got into a community with the guy named Rob, and they have a couple of hundred people in there. And so I was thinking, let's just make a public leaderboard for the same thing. And actually did a quick test of building this out. So let me just bring this up here. I went on my mobile phone. I got it to do this first version of it, which it still needs to do. We still need to work a little bit on what this actually looks like. But we have some rough mock-up here of what this could look like. Right, and so the idea would be you connect your Whoop device, and with that you get on the leaderboard, and basically you do marketing by lifting weights, which I think is a fun angle to the same thing. So I don't expect that we'll get anywhere near as much traction as this guy has gotten, but I do think it's a fun opportunity to just do this. All right, let's do this. Where did our board go? Cool. Could you create a new workspace for 375? And remember to assign the ticket to the workspace, please.
I'll create a dedicated one, 370. 5 WORKTREE workspace. Then attach and activate the linear ticket as its brief. I'll create a dedicated one, 370. 5 WORKTREE workspace. Then attach and activate the linear ticket as its brief. The 375 workspace is waiting for workspace creation approval.
I have approved. Oh my goodness, what happened there? Something broke. Did you all see that? There was an error in the middle of everything. Could you have a look in the logs? What happened? I saw an error popping up.
I'll inspect the workspace, creation job, recent events, and system diagnostics to identify the error that appeared. The workspace creation itself succeeded. I'm narrowing the diagnostics to errors around that moment. Because the first result was overwhelmed by older event history, I found that workspace creation succeeded.
Okay, could you make sure to attach the ticket to this workspace?
I'll attach 375 to its new workspace and activate it as the brief. One 375 is now attached to workspace WS7 and activated as its brief. The setup operation is complete with no failures.
Okay, so this is one of the features I love that we have built out. It still needs a bit more work, but the ability to link a ticket...
I'll check the completion event and clear it if the workspace setup is already handled. there is no pending completion event. The 375 workspace setup receipt was already handled.
So one of the features I really love that we've gotten in is the ability to attach a ticket. So this is done through our extensible apps, which means that you can connect any system and get the ticket up screen, so that when you switch to a new workspace, you actually get to see what exactly we're working on, and it makes it a lot easier to keep track of your context. Okay, let's see, where did I put Claude now? I had that one down here, didn't I? That's Codex we have here. Where did Claude go? Here. Oh, I just want to download the bloody thing, not open it. What's the name of this one? It's called V8 CTA. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. I need to download this one. That's the one I want. Okay. Show in Finder. We're going to bring this rough draft into our workspace. How does this AI system work? This is AI workspace. If you explain one more time, I would be very happy. What feature do the... Okay, so the workspace works like this. So when I set up a workspace here, I can bring up agents, and I can have multiple agents within one workspace. Then these agents have the possibility of bringing up apps and working with those apps. And that's exactly what we've been doing in some of the past streams, where we asked the agent to actually build out a markdown document for us. And so the whole point here is to make it so that we're working with artifacts first. So a lot of times when I'm working with agents, I feel text overwhelm, and that is that I want to focus on the output. I don't care about all the text, all the explanations, and all the jargon around what the agent is doing. I just want to see what it did. I installed Hermes agent on my Mac Mini now. It's doing work while I sleep, loving it. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. This is one of the absolutely most amazing things about these agent systems. You can get so much more done, so much faster. And also, so one of the really nice things is the ability to, let's see, outlift. Sorry, I'm doing too many things at once. The ability to get them to do things based on events, right? So waking up and see that based on some event, it's actually managed to produce something. Okay, let's get back here. Could you bring up a Claude agent, please?
I'll open a Claude agent in the 375 workspace with the ticket as its role. Claude is open in the 375 workspace with the lift.lol ticket as its role.
We need to update the ticket because there are some inaccuracies in it. So the web page is called outlift.lol, not lift.lol. So outlift.lol. Could you update that in the ticket, please?
I'll update 375. throughout, so the product and website name is consistently outlift.lol. Updated 1, 370, 5. The title and description now consistently use outlift.lol.
It should be .lol, not low. Also, could you make sure that the changes are propagated all the way to the workspace so the workspace ticket does not show the changes?
I'll correct the product name to outlift.lol in linear. Then refresh the linked workspace ticket and verify its brief shows the update. The linear update and workspace synchronization are still running. I'll verify the brief
Okay, so you still misspelled it. It's LOL, not LOLL, just LOL. Yeah, so one of these features with actually telling the agents to work from the phone is absolutely amazing. So I had a doctor appointment.
Both versions as LOL. The current text is outlift.lol. Please say or type the exact full domain if that is still wrong.
Okay, so something is wrong here. Let's see.
The naming update has finished. I'm checking exactly what was written in linear and the workspace brief. The update job exposed the error. It wrote outlift.lol.
Okay, cool.
I'm correcting both linear and the workspace brief to exactly outlift.lol. Corrected and verified. Both linear and the active workspace brief now say exactly outlift.lol.
Okay, now could you ask Birch to start implementing this? So there is a proof of concept in ./POC called outlift. So that should be what we base it on, but that needs to be moved into our apps/website or/web directory, and we need to make it coherent with how we're building things out within the repository. Could you give Birch that brief?
I'll give Birch the 375 brief, including the existing POC.
Cool. So definitely one of the nicest things that's come around in the later months has been the ability to work directly from your mobile phone. So I actually had a time where I was at the doctor and I managed to do quite a lot of work just sitting and prompting directly from my phone, which is absolutely amazing.
Is in Birch's mailbox, but has not yet been accepted.
Cool. And the work has started now. So Birch is now starting to look at building this out for us, which I think is going to be quite good. We have a good start. And really what I'm most interested in is just getting the whole thing up. Like if we can get this out today, that would be great. And then maybe we could do a product hunt launch tomorrow or something like that. Just for the fun of it. Okay, in the meantime, I actually need to work out exactly how Whoop is working. I haven't looked at that. Hey there, I place Dev. Oh wait, did I turn off the agent or is that one listening along? Oh, it's muted. How are you doing today? Let's see. Okay, so that one is working on... Let's get back to... Where did that site go now? I thought I had it right here. Get started. Oh no, let's throw that one away. Okay, I wonder, do we need anything else for this? Let's see what was in the proof of concept. So we have the proof of concept here. What editing software do you use? What do you mean? Which software editor I'm using? So I used to use Set, but
Birch
these
has
days
replied.
I don't actually use any editing software at all. So I'm mostly just asking the agent to tell me what it's working. In the long term, we're going to have a diff viewer within Wonop.
Lowercase POC path and is refactoring it into the repository's Rust. You shared auth, migration, and rush conventions. No immediate decision is blocking progress. Birch is actively implementing 1.375, and the mailbox instruction is accepted. Nothing blocks coding now. Later launch inputs are Whoop credentials, the target profile, Whoop app approval, and a privacy policy URL.
For what video software I'm editing, or what editing software I'm using for videos, I'm using a few different editing softwares. So I'm using Adobe Premiere Pro. I'm using so that's for once I'm done recording something and making production videos. For the setup that I'm having here, let's just see. I should be able to do this. I have a Rode caster duo here and a Rode videocaster here, which I'm using for doing the editing live while we are doing these things. And that's pretty much it. So I don't use OBS. I'm just using Rode videocaster. All right, let's get on with this. We need to get this set up so we are ready to... We actually need a logo for this. Let's see if Claude can do this. I guess we can probably create that later on. Let's just try to create the app and see if this works. Status 10 remaining test users. Apps can be used for development immediately with a limit of 10 members. To launch your app, all Whoop members must submit app for approval. How does this even work? I don't understand this text. Is there an approval process or anything like that? I do not understand this. Okay, so right now we can have 10 users for testing. So I don't quite understand what's going on here. So I think we need to press this one eventually. Probably we'll get to do that towards the end of the stream. Hopefully. Let's see how far along we are with implementing things. Could you ask Birch what the status is of moving the app into our system? Did you hear what I asked you?
I'll ask Birch for a concise status on moving the outlift POC into the repository's production web structure. Yes, I heard. Ask Bert what the status is of moving the app into our. And the sentence ended there. I've interpreted Bert as Birch and asked for the status of moving the POC into the repository's production web structure. The message is delivered, but not yet accepted.
Okay, so basically what's happening right now is that inside of my repository, I have this I have this system of how things are arranged with a whole bunch of policies these apps need to live up to. And so Birch is taking the proof of concept that was developed by a Claude agent and just moving that into our structure such that it's nice and easy to deliver. And then one thing we probably should think about, which I haven't thought about, is what's the end goal here? How are we going to monetize this? I have no idea. For starters, I just think this could be a fun way to tap into this meme. But if anybody has an idea on how you could monetize this, then I'm all ears. I would love to hear that. While we wait for Birch to finish his work, how are we doing on the other workspaces? What are the status of the different agents in the different workspaces? Could you check that out?
I'll inspect each current workspace locally and summarize its ticket, agent progress, and blocker. The workspace by workspace inspection is running now. I'll give you a concise status and blocker for each workspace when it returns. Birch has sent an update. I'm checking it for migration progress and blockers. That message was an old, unrelated report, not Birch's update. I'm clearing it and retrieving the completed workspace sweep directly. I have the complete sweep.
Yeah, I think Stripe payment for a monthly payment, I don't think anybody's going to pay for that just to be on the leaderboard. I'm not sure that provides enough value. So, but I mean, it's definitely worth thinking about.
Results to ticket state and agent activity only.
But one thing that we could think about is whether there should be something like a sponsorship.
Workspace status 1370.5 outlift.lol
So
Birch is actively working. No current coding blocker. 350.9 app icon work is marked done. Amber is idle.
Yeah, maybe a one-time payment or something like that. So this is what it currently looks like, the draft that we made, which follows pretty much the outline of the original web page, but instead of submitting your website, you connect with Whoop, and then you get onto the leaderboard depending on how much you are lifting and what your strain is. And then you are capable of either attaching your X profile or your product. We probably also want to have support for YouTube channels, since I would want to promote my own YouTube channel, or maybe I want to do X account. I need to think about that.
Agent. So Birch is the only agent actively implementing. The others are finished or parked on validation and delivery steps.
Okay, pick the one that is the closest to being finished and tell me what I need to do to help that agent get over the finish line.
I'll pull Dahlia's exact validation checklist for 340, which is the closest to finished.
So as you can see, we still have some animation issues where it's actually animating things that are on different workspaces when we are on one workspace. And so that's one thing we need to create a ticket for.
And confirm the first click activates it. Then repeat while Wonop is already frontmost, but that inner window is unfocused. Report which case passes or still needs 2 clicks.
Okay, we need to create a ticket for animations. So we might already have a ticket for this, but basically animations that are from inactive workspaces are currently being shown on screen, which looks a bit funny. And so the way we want this to work is we want it such that outgoing animations are only shown for the workspace that's active, whereas incoming to the system should always be shown so we can see when the system is getting new messages. Would you look for a ticket and see if we have a ticket like that? And if so, update it with this information, and otherwise create a new ticket.
I'll check the existing animation tickets and update the matching one if this behavior is already covered. The search found no direct match. So I'll inspect the known animation tickets before deciding whether to update or create. 330.8 is the matching general animation ticket. So I'll update it with explicit workspace, aware rules for outgoing and incoming message animations.
Okay, let's see. I should have a terminal here. Okay, so the one we have to check is 340.
Updated 338 rather than creating a duplicate.
Do you use local AI for text to speech and it gives you something like that, or are you using an API? Yeah, so I'm using local AI for both text to speech and speech to text, which means that the voice synthesis you hear is actually running locally on my machine, and the same for translating whatever I'm saying into text. That's also happening on my machine, which makes it, compared to Whisperflow and all the others, this is super cheap. Okay, and so what we were asked to do is we need to test the focusing of Wonop. So we're going to bring up another instance of Wonop here. So this is one of the problems we're having, is when you have an unfocused window and you're pressing on it, it doesn't come forth. So we need to look at that and figure out why that happens. What's the master prompt to make this? What's your master prompt to make this whole? Okay, yeah, that's a good question. My master prompt is actually, or my system prompt, as you would call it, is this thing here. Let's bring that out. So I have this prompt editor that basically has a whole bunch of things that declares what are the TypeScript interactions you can make in the system and all of that. And so it's a rather long one. This is one of the things I want to optimize at some point. If we do a preview of the render here, you will see that it tells you exactly how should you run the prompt using XML tags for start and opening, all of that. Then we have the whole outline of how do you interact with the system. And so all of this is explained here. So it gets a TypeScript interface such that it knows exactly how to interact with various parts of the system. And that's a rather long thing. I think the estimate here, it must be wrong. It feels like this is way more than 1,000 tokens. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is only no, it's not. This is definitely not 1,000 tokens. This is more like 30,000 tokens or something like that. At the moment, we haven't optimized for tokens. We haven't optimized this at all. The only thing we are optimizing for right now is user experience, because we want the user experience to be great. And then after that, we can worry about how we make this work really efficient. And so this is still compiling.
A batch of agent mail has arrived. I'm sorting it for current progress. Blockers and anything requiring your attention.
You're welcome.
Most of this looks like delayed historical mail. I'm isolating current Birch progress and any unresolved requests before clearing it. Most of this looks like delayed historical mail. I'm isolating current Birch progress and any unresolved requests before clearing it. These are delayed historical messages from older work. Not current updates. I'm clearing the stale batch while preserving anything from today. Birch's current report is in. The shared API, scoring model, tests, and database schema are committed. The backend rewrite is underway and not yet compiling. With no blocker. Current useful update. Birch has committed the shared outlift.lol API, scoring logic. 11 tests and consolidated schema. The backend is being rewritten into the repository structure and is not compiling yet. But Birch reports no blocker.
Bye-bye, Tech with more. It was great having you on the stream, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. So, right. So we're making good progress here. But we see that there is actually a bug in the app here. So the same message appear 3 times to the agent. We need to have a ticket for dealing with that. There is a bug in the inbox system in Wonop. Could you create a ticket saying that messages are received by the agent multiple times? We need to work out exactly why that is. If you have any information in your logs or in any of the stuff that you've done where you can see what's going on, please add that to the ticket. Cool. And now this is another instance of Wonop. So we're going to test the focusing.
I'll check for an existing inbox duplication ticket and analyze recent message records for duplicate IDs, bodies, senders, and timing before creating or updating it. The recent retained sample has no byte for byte duplicate records. So I'll create the ticket with that evidence and distinguish duplicate creation from repeated delivery, replay, or resurfacing after settlement.
Nice. And we now have that focusing is working as it should. Let's just bring up a browser as well to test that. Let's see how. Bring that one back in here.
Created 376.
Nice.
I included the observed 17 message historical burst, delayed replay behavior, owed message inconsistencies, likely race and restart paths, and the diagnostic finding that the latest 20 settled messages contained no exact duplicate records, suggesting repeated delivery or replay rather than simple duplicate rows.
Okay, we have tested 340. I believe it's 340. And that's the focus ticket, and that works. So when I click the windows, everything seems to work. So you can tell Dahlia to create a merge request, make sure that CI passes, and then just merge this.
I'll tell Dahlia that 340 passed your real mouse validation and instruct her to open or update the merge request. Wait for fully green exact, head CI. Merge into develop and close the ticket. Dahlia has the instruction that 340 passed your mouse test and should now go through Mr. Fully green CI, merge, and linear closure. The message is handed over but not yet accepted. So delivery has not started yet.
Cool. So I think another way we could monetize this is I was actually thinking of building a workout app. So basically one that puts together a schedule for you every day for working out. We could use this outlift.lol as a marketing stunt just to get that off the ground. That might work. But it does mean that we need to start running fast because we have so much we need to do in order for all of this to get through. Let's see, what is the next thing we need to test? Okay, could you go through the other workspaces to let me know what is the next thing we need to test to land the next feature? Or bug fix? It seems that you didn't answer me. Could you please answer the question? It seems that we still have some flakiness every now and then.
I'll check the remaining workspaces and identify the single next manual test that would unlock another feature or fix. The next manual test is 360s installer review. I'll ask Jinko for the exact artifact and shortest pass checklist. The next feature to test is 360. The Mac OS installer, mount the branch's DMG, inspect its layout and applications shortcut. Drag Wonop into applications, then launch it from a clean account. I've asked Jinko for the exact artifact and shortest checklist. The message is delivered, but not yet accepted.
Okay, so let's build this out and test the install and see that that actually works the way it should. That also means that hopefully by the end of the week, we can start rolling this out and letting people try it out on their Macs. Expect lots of bugs still. We are still working on this. But
Jinko has replied with the installer test details. I'm checking the exact artifact and pass criteria. Jinko confirms the next test. Build and open the 360 DMG. Check its branded to icon drag to applications layout. Then install and launch it from a clean Mac OS account without a gatekeeper warning. For
could you switch to the workspace for 360, then create a markdown file with what I need to do and open it in the markdown viewer, please?
I'll switch to the 360 workspace. Write the exact validation checklist there and open it in the Markdown viewer. I've switched to 360. Writing the validation checklist is waiting for file, write approval. Please approve it, and I'll open the file in Markdown.
I've approved it.
The checklist write and an agent update have arrived. I'm checking both. Then I'll open the file if you're saved successfully. The checklist saved successfully. I'm clearing the receipts and opening it in the Markdown viewer now. The 1-360 validation checklist is open in the Markdown viewer in its workspace.
I don't see the Markdown file. Which workspace did you open it in? You should open it in the same one as the one where we have the fixed macOS GMG installer.
I open the 1-360 workspace. I'll verify the Markdown viewer is attached there and move the view there if needed. Confirmed, the checklist is now open in the 1-360 Mac OS DMG workspace on branch 1-360. In a Markdown window attached to that same workspace.
Okay, let's see what this looks like. Okay, this looks okay-ish. The window doesn't quite fit the background, so the window would need to be like this. But other than that, this is nice and clean. So let's just give that as feedback. Let's see what else. Just GMG optional screenshot command. What does this do? I've never tried that. Let's just see what happens if we do this. Okay, that doesn't work. So one thing we would want to have is, it would be great if we could do annotations inside of our Markdown viewer, right? Because right now we're discovering things and... Oh wait, that's because I am incapable of following instructions. That's kind of embarrassing. Okay, that seems to... Okay, so let's see. I've tested now. I can't say whether the window has the right size or have the exact size that you specify, but I can tell you that it's definitely too wide. I see a white background, so we need to fix that. The icon looks fine. There's no toolbar. All in all, it's nicely presented, except for the window being too wide.
I'll record the manual test as a partial failure and send Jinko the 2 fixes. Narrow the installer window and restore the intended branded background. I recorded the test on 1-360 and sent Jinko the fixes. Make the DMG window narrower and restore the intended branded background. The icon and hidden toolbar passed. Jinko's message is delivered, but not yet accepted.
Oh my goodness, this is very complicated. I need to set up a new user account to actually open this. This seems like something I want to do on a different machine. And I don't have a machine with a different account on right now, so this is going to take just a tiny bit of time to do. I think this is something that I'll do after the stream. But one thing I do take away from this is how nice the flow is here. I really love the fact that I get a markdown file with what I have to do, and it's just presented on the workspace. I don't need to listen to a lot of voice. I just have this thing. This is what you have to do as a human, and not overwhelmed by text. So I think that's a win for sure. We still have more things we want to do. It would be great to be able to annotate so we could submit all the feedback in one go. But I think this is great. Let's see how we're doing on our mem. Are we making any progress here? I hope so. That's still working. Okay. We'll just let that take its time. 340, that one is still working. 360, that's what we're working on right now. What's 356? I noticed that there is no agent on the workspace for ticket 356. Could you start a agent and just check out if the work was actually done for this ticket or not? Can we close this workspace, or do we have work to do?
I'll verify 356 S linear status. Merge receipt. And workspace contents first. I'll only start an agent if unfinished work remains. 356 is fully done.
Okay, in that case, please close the workspace.
I'll close any remaining windows and delete the completed 356 WORKTREE workspace. 356 S windows are closed. Deleting its completed workspace and WORKTREE is waiting for your approval.
I've approved. One other thing, could you create a linear ticket so when we bring in the right sidebar, the ticket summary widget does not move along with the work or with the canvas. We need it such that it moves aside so we can actually see what's in the sidebar, because right now it's just overlaying.
The 356 deletion has returned. I'm confirming the workspace is gone and clearing the receipt. 356 was removed successfully. I'll clear that receipt and check whether the sidebar overlay bug already has a linear ticket. No matching ticket exists, so I'll create one requiring the canvas and windows to reflow when the ticket summary sidebar opens. Created 377. Reflow the canvas when the right ticket summary sidebar opens. It requires the sidebar to reserve space. Shrink the usable viewport. Reflow windows, compose with the console and other Chrome. And avoid overlap or positional drift.
What about 348? So from what I can see, this ticket is still active. Could you ask Ivy where we are with this, whether we're done or not? Oh wait, I forgot to turn on the mic. Oh, I can see we have a couple of questions. What is this, bro? What are you doing? So I'm building out a agentic desktop app. And so the whole idea here is to have a place where your agents can collaborate and where you focus on what they're doing rather than all the text that they produce. So a lot of times when I'm working with agents, what I experience is that there's so much text, and really what I care about is what are we doing here and how are we progressing on the work. Then today we're working on just tapping into the mem that happened a few days ago with outbid.lol. We are building a different app, which is called outlift.lol, for connecting your Whoop bracelet and get on a leaderboard. Let me just get back to this thing here. Welcome back, Tech with More. Hey, could you just check, Ivy, where we are with ticket 348? It seems that it's still active, but I can't see if I need to do anything or if it's already done.
I'll check 348 S linear state, merge request status, latest agent report, and the exact remaining validation. 348 is implemented and its previous CI was green, but it is not done or merged. You need to run the live voice validation. Launch the branch app, have a 60-minute hands, free call. Then test headset unplug, roughly 40-second max sleep. And Fi off mid-turn for about 2 minutes. Finally export voice health and verify it contains no secrets. If that passes, Ivy will rebase on a current develop, run fresh exact, head CI. Merge Mr. 504 and close the ticket.
Okay, could I get you to write a markdown instructions for what I need to do and open this on the workspace for ticket 348? Because that was a lot of instructions at once.
I'll create a concise step. By step 1, 348 voice validation guide in that workspace and open it in Markdown. I've switched to 348. Writing the voice validation guide is waiting for file, write approval. Please approve it, and I'll open it in Markdown. The voice validation guide has finished saving. I'm confirming the result and opening it in the 348 Markdown viewer. The guide saved successfully. I'm clearing the receipt and opening it in a Markdown window attached to 348.
Okay, so here we have the instructions for what I need to test. So as you can see, this is going to be a 60 to 75 minute test. We're not going to do that on this live stream. In fact, we are
348 live voice validation guide is open in a Markdown
already over time on this live stream. And so actually, we're going to just take another 15 minutes or so because I'm having way too much fun here and I don't feel like stopping just yet. But we have a guide here for what I need to do after the stream. So this is a 75-minute test. We're not going to do that on the stream. What we are going to do, though, is check up with the rest of the work we're doing. So 340, I think that one is done. Let's just ask the agent. How are we doing on ticket 340?
I'll check 340's latest agent, Mr. CI, merge and linear status. One 340 is fully done. Mr. 500 merged into develop. Exact head CI passed.
Okay, if it's
Your
fully
mouse-
done, just kill the workspace, delete it. We're done.
I'll close its remaining windows and delete the completed one 340 workspace and WORKTREE. One 340 S windows are closed. Deleting its completed workspace and WORKTREE is waiting for your approval.
Okay, I approved. Could you create a ticket where we can give workspaces sensible names? So WS6 does not mean anything to me. We need to have a name that actually reflects what we're doing on that workspace. Otherwise, I can't remember what the workspace is for. So we need a ticket that records that we need to come up with a great way of doing this.
I'll confirm the approved cleanup. Review the 2 agent messages, and then create a ticket for meaningful, human readable workspace naming. One 340 was deleted successfully. I'll clear these updates and check for an existing workspace naming ticket before creating one. No existing ticket matches, so I'll create one for memorable workspace names that stay distinct from internal IDs. Created one 379.
I think ticket 359 is done as well. Could we kill the workspace for that one, please?
I'll verify one 359 is merged. Green and marked done before removing its workspace. One 359 is confirmed merged through Mr. 488 with green CI and linear done. So I'll close its windows and delete the workspace and WORKTREE. One 359 S windows are closed. Deleting its completed workspace and WORKTREE is waiting for your approval. The one 359 cleanup has returned. I'm confirming the deletion and clearing the receipt. One 359 S workspace and WORKTREE were removed successfully. I'm clearing the completion receipt. Confirmed one 359 is merged. Marked done, and its workspace and WORKTREE are removed.
Okay, so one question. I can see that Birds is continuously receiving messages from system. How many messages have you been sending Birds recently? Because he shouldn't be receiving messages from you all the time, but I can see that there's a whole pile of repeated messages here.
I'll audit my recent calls and mailbox state for messages sent to Birch, including repeated subjects and payloads. The transcript audit call is restricted in this lane, so I'll verify Birch's current ode state and recent mailbox events. Then separate messages I intentionally sent from likely replays. I found the pattern. I sent Birch 375 messages. I'm clearing the latest unsolicited repeat and recording it as evidence for the inbox duplication bug. I sent Birch 375 messages, the implementation brief, and 1 status request. Birch then produced 3 additional unthreaded status messages without new prompts, including one saying the status was unchanged. I added those event IDs and the threading evidence to 376. Birch currently has no ode message.
Okay, could you create, so you created a ticket or found the ticket for this. Could you create a workspace for that ticket? And let's get that started. So create the workspace, attach the ticket to the workspace, spin up an agent, inform the agent to fix this. This is urgent. Let's get it done.
I'll create a dedicated 376 workspace, attach the duplication ticket as its brief, and start a focused agent to investigate and fix it. The 376 workspace is waiting for creation approval. Please approve it. Once it resolves, I'll attach the ticket and start the agent. The 376 workspace result and another burst of messages have arrived. I'm separating the creation receipt from duplicate message evidence. Then I'll finish the workspace and agent setup. The workspace was created successfully. I'm attaching 376 as its active brief and starting a dedicated agent now. The 376 ticket is attached and the dedicated agent setup is still finishing in the background. I'll confirm the accepted prompt when it returns. The remaining inbox burst is additional evidence of the duplication problem.
Okay, I think that 360 is done with the work now, so that
A
is...
new agent message has arrived. I'm checking whether it is current 376 progress or another replay. Jinko found that the failed screenshot captured an older DMG from the main checkout, not the 360 artifact. I'm recording the corrected artifact and safer capture fix.
Could you get Jinko to write out a release brief on that? So we want to check whether the permissions and all of the thing with running this on a fresh account, that should be a release check, not something we check right here. So we're not going to do that right now. We're just going to check that the GMG comes out right, and then we'll do the release check right before release. So get Jinko to write out a release check and then grab that from our markdown testing.
I'll ask Jinko to split the clean account. Permissions, signing, and gatekeeper checks into a release brief. And reduce the current markdown guide to
So this looks correct now. We now have a nice DMG coming up with instructions on what you need to do. It's nicely formatted. This looks great. I'm actually really happy with this. So guys, we're coming to the end of this live stream. We're already a quarter over the planned time, but I'm having so much fun here. I actually don't feel like leaving, but I have other things that I need to get done today. So unfortunately, we will need to stop here. But it's been a pleasure having you here, and I'm looking forward to continuing this tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll have outlift.lol up running by tomorrow. That will definitely be my intention, to see if we can get there. And the agent is just nicely working on that in the background. Until tomorrow, take care and